What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pit Stop. I am your host, and we are back for a first episode of the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series, guys. I am so excited to be back, guys. I cannot wait to get into all the stuff that we have to get into for this upcoming season. What better week to start off with the first race of the season, the Busch Clash at the LA Coliseum. I think the last time I was on here last year, we were talking about the schedule, getting into the ending of the final playoffs at Phoenix. And of course, Kyle Larson, he was the dominator last year. I know I didn't make a video about him winning, but I figured just because I was so busy with time and everything, obviously there really wasn't too much to talk about. Kyle Larson was the best driver last year, hands down, deserved every bit of it. I think that really just kind of took a toll of everybody else out there. They just could not keep up with the 5 car, and it was a close to the generation cars. We're moving on, guys, to the next gen. This is going to be really interesting. Nobody knows what to expect. I've seen a lot of different things coming out from people about, hey, there might be a better advantage for smaller teams. There'll be different, who's gonna match each other's teams and how the dynamics of the car are gonna go. Is there going to be another team that have, figured it out quicker than the other and they're winning races more? We don't know. I know obviously Kyle Larson and some of these veteran drivers are going to have, the upper hand on the driving skills, but it's all about, advantages to the car and the mechanics. This is new to everybody. There's not going to be that same generation car anymore that people are used to. So this is all new to everybody. We got the one lug nut. Of course, that's the biggest thing that really I tell when I see the next gen car. And then the sound is a little bit different. And then, of course, the sponsorship is now kind of in the middle of the car and the number is on the very side. So I'm sure all y'all have seen it. I've talked about it last year. And this is really exciting. We're the first week to actually see the next gen cars in action. And wow, the LA Coliseum, guys, this is going to be nuts. A freaking football stadium is turning into a NASCAR track. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? This is really going to be fun to talk about because I'm just excited. I feel like the season is going to bring a lot new factors and new excitement to NASCAR. There's been a lot of news coming out lately of all these different people coming out trying to buy teams and start a new team. You have Dana White potentially joining Trackhouse. And then you also have Floyd Mayweather making a team and the Money Team Racing coming out with, I think, a Grays, I believe, for potentially running in the Daytona 500, maybe a little bit of part-time racing in the Cup, majority of the Xfinity. But I think it's growing a little bit to the point where you have, athletes and big-time owners and other people from different sports now getting involved in NASCAR. I think that's really cool, and that's going to bring more fans, to the sport. A lot of people, they don't, NASCAR has always been kind of trending down, I feel like, when it comes to losing fan base and who's coming out. And I really do think that some of these people like Dana White, Floyd Mayweather, Michael Jordan, Pitbull, the fact that they're coming out and they're really investing into the market of NASCAR and getting into ownership and sponsorships and all kind of stuff like that, I really do think that that's going to bring a lot more fans to NASCAR. And I think what they're doing with the LA Coliseum opening week is so much better than what they did last year of just the road course at Daytona. They're going to be at Daytona for 2 weeks. So why, you don't need to be there for 3 weeks. And we all know most of them, some of them, I should say, were at the, the Rolex 24 hours last weekend. That's kind of what started off any kind of racing for the year. So, I'm glad they're mixing it up. I think this is going to be really cool to watch for people because, you got to think about this. It's going to be like almost like a football game for NASCAR. I mean, they're going to be coming out of the tunnel. I don't even know if I haven't even seen what the pit's going to be looking like. I don't know if they're going to like exit the stadium and like they're going to like just work on the car because the track is so short. I'm not really sure about that. I've seen pictures. I'm going to show you guys the pictures of the track here in a minute just to get y'all an idea of what it's going to be looking like a little bit. But I mean, 100 laps, it's not long at all. It's shorter than freaking Bristol. So, this is going to be really interesting. I've seen the practice runs on the track. it looks like it's going to be real fun to watch with about 40 cars on the track there. Might be a lot of wrecks, might be a lot of spin outs, but hey, that's how you start off the season, because you got to get people excited. You got to get people, ready to go. So I'm really hype. Let me go ahead and show y'all the picture of the track here. Hold on one second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Here we go. Yeah, so here it is. This is a picture they just posted recently. So yeah, you can see how short this is. I mean, this is literally 100 yards long, like a football stadium would be, because it's played in a stadium, football stadium, which was also used for the Olympics. So that's what's kind of cool. But I don't know if this is going to be like part of pit. I'm not really sure. I don't know how you're going to fit cars in the middle. So something tells me like they may not have pits. I'm not really entirely sure. This is going to be something I'll have to be figuring out. I mean, it looks like they have the pit boxes right there. So maybe it is just so small. I just can't believe that. I mean, it'd be really hard to get to pit, So, but I think they're going to be coming out of this little tunnel, to like start off. Like, I think it's going to be kind of cool. I had to have this lit up, and it's just going to be surrounded by fans. I mean, you're going to be able to see everything, and this is just so cool to actually be able to witness. And the race doesn't really. I mean, obviously it's entertainment. There's money involved to win, but this has nothing to do with obviously punching a ticket to the 2022 playoffs. It's not. It's really just a race to get people excited for the season and to see some entertainment. That's pretty much it. So people are just going to go out there and have fun, So here's another picture of it when they were just modeling it up. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I would love to be there. This is going to be so cool. So, and then I think here's the all the drivers that will be taking place. Yeah, you got a few different people on here. Yeah, so you got the make crew chief, new crew chiefs. Of course, the new teams. Brad Keselowski will be now in the number 6 car. You got Ross Chastain in the 1. Let's see here. Yeah, Ryan Preece now 15. Rick Ware racing. There's a couple new. Of course, we got AJ Allmendinger now in Cup racing full time, which is pretty interesting. Chris Buescher now, Roush. So there's going to be a lot of different people out there with numbers or new numbers, new teams. Of course, we're not going to have everybody different, but there's going to be a lot of people with different teams. We got Harrison Burton making his debut, Wood Brothers Racing. We will miss Matt Benedetto as he never got to pick up a ride this year, which really sucks for him because I think he deserves it. I hope that he will get back into Cup racing, but I think he's going to be with trucks this year for the time being. So we have, Ty Dillon, Petty, joining Eric Jones. So, yeah, there's a lot of new people on here with different teams. So, yeah, right here, drivers will compete in one of 4 25-lap heat races with up to 10 cars in each race. So they're only going to have 10 cars in each of the races. So it's not going to be like chaos because you can't fit 40 cars on there at once. Makes sense. There would be too many wrecks if that happened. So they're going to have 25-lap heat races with up to 10 cars in each race. The fields will be filled out in a manner consistent in their initial qualifying speed. So they're going to have their qualifying speed, of course. It's probably not going to be that fast. Fastest will start on the pole. The top 4 finishers in each heat race will automatically advance in the main event, totaling 16 drivers with a ticket to Sunday's night feature, which is the main event. So this is going to be really cool. It's probably going to be kicking off. I think the schedule is, where's it at? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, here we go. Chance qualifier. So this is all starting to really begin right around really Saturday, honestly. The practice and the qualifying at 8:30 p.m. But Sunday, 3 p.m., we're really starting to see the heats happen. And so we're going to have a whole lot of action happening this weekend in NASCAR. This is going to be Fox Sports event. Make sure you guys tune in on Sunday. There's going to be some performers. I believe there's going to be Ice Cube, Pitbull. They're going to put on a whole cool show. I mean, it's LA. I mean, it's LA. You got to have performers in LA, and especially to kick off NASCAR. This is the good stuff, man. We're getting promotions, man. We're all getting excited here. I'm pumped. I know all my NASCAR fans out there are ready for the new season. I'm so excited. Like I can't even tell you guys. And then literally, 2 weeks later, we got the duels. We got the Daytona 500. Like I'm already gonna be posting so much information about that stuff. You know how crazy Daytona is and the Daytona 500 is. So of course, we got the duels coming up. I will do probably a video about the duels, either before or after the duels, depending on my schedule and what happens. And then, of course, the 500, obviously, there's going to be a video. I may even go live during the race. Not sure exactly yet, but I know I will for sure be watching that and probably having some guest appearances potentially for the 500. So that'll be kind of cool and exciting. And yeah, I'm ready, guys. I'm ready to kick off the season. I mean, predictions going in this year, anything can happen. I really can't give you guys any insight about who's going to be doing well this year. Obviously, everyone's could be saying Kyle Larson because of what he did last year, but with the next gen cars, I mean, it's really hard. We heard rumors from Corey LaJoie that there was a lot of other small teams that are going to have a better chance at winning races this year because of the package and the new how the generation cars are. And if that's true, you're looking at a wild card. You're looking at a wild card almost every week if that's how it is. I mean, obviously you got to put the upper hand of the veteran drivers like Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, and all those people that have Martin Truex that have actually done well. Obviously, you give them upper hand, but when have we seen a small team like Corey LaJoie or obviously Ross Chastain or somebody like low down that normally doesn't win? You could even think of Bubba Wallace in that perspective, even though he did win one last year at Talladega. We could think about that, but really they don't win that often. You're looking at the 16 drivers are always veterans or have continually gotten better as their years have gone on. So will be really interesting to see. There's obviously you have people like Eric Almirola. They're announcing retirement. Is he going to bring it a lot more to the table this year as his last year? Is he going to? There's so many things that's going to happen. It's a long season, guys. It's a long year. We got NASCAR is always a long season. I'm excited. The schedule obviously is out. If you guys want to take a look at that, I even have a podcast video last year when the schedule was announced. You guys can go over that. My reaction, because there's a lot of new places they're going. Of course, you got the Atlanta track that was remodeled and repaved. That's going to be interesting to see. That race is coming up in March. I think that there's going to be a lot of question marks about what to expect, really, like you said, about the next generation cars. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to leave it here. I mean, stay tuned. I'm going to be probably posting on my Instagram channel at the Pit Stop channel. Make sure you guys go hit the follow button on that if you don't follow already. And I will be posting some more content as we get closer to the Clash, as we get closer to the duels, and of course the Daytona 500. Busy month in the month of February with NASCAR. I'm super excited. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Obviously there's going to be new viewers and new NASCAR fans out there. Hey, you guys want to hear information and recent news and upcoming news about NASCAR, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The Pit Stop, I'm always here. I'm here for the people. Yeah, I'm a fan of Harvick. I obviously show that to the audience well enough. But hey, I try to keep it non-biased. I like to talk about everything. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Drop a comment below if you got something to say. I'll let you. I'm open to everybody's opinions about how they feel about the 2022 NASCAR season, and let's get to it. So that's all I have here today. Make sure, like I said, go on the channel. Obviously, stay tuned. This weekend, it's gonna be crazy. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good time watching this weekend.